Welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann & Associates. I'm Alex Napolis. Happy to be alongside Carson Lance as we get ready for Game 2 of the day. It is the 5A State Championship match between the number 1, the undefeated Wasatch Wasps, taking on number 7, Roy Royals. Carson, what are we expecting from this one after such a crazy, amazing first match in 4A?
Well, Alex, I'm expecting a hard-fought battle here. You know, Roy are coming into this one as the underdogs, and Wasatch haven't lost a game for over a year. You got to think that Roy want this one just as much as Wasatch does. And, yeah, Alex, what are your thoughts?
Big game here for both sides. Wasatch have an opportunity to go back-to-back as they did win that 5A championship last season. The Roy Royals have a chance to win number 2, their first championship since 2003. It's going to be the Roy Royals in the white, shooting to the left of your screen. It is going to be the Wasatch Wasps in the black, shooting to the right to start here in the first half. Gilberto Vargas lined up to take the kickoff. Waiting out for the final instructions as we are seconds away from kicking off the 5A state championship game.
And Wasatch is going to go right at Roy here with almost everyone on their team up the field.
The whistle blows and we're underway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 80 minutes of the beautiful game. Ball brought in by Ben Lapp as he cuts it out. Now here come the Roy Royals on the attack early on. Harrison will play it, looking out wide. And now one back by the Wasps. It's going to be Davis. Shoulders his player off the ball. Belknap trying to win it back. And a foul called. Love the intensity here in the first seconds of this one, Carson.
Yeah, already off to a good start. Just a nice physical battle going on. And only not even a minute in, and Roy has a free kick here. It'll be Hunter Patterson standing over it to take. Everybody lined up at the far post. Patterson steps up, floats one in. Medina off his line, and Jackson Medina reads it well. Yeah, great goalkeeping right there by Benita. Now here comes Kirkham on the attack. Kirkham trying to play it through. Kirkham up the sideline. Kirkham now into the box. Kirkham gets around his defender, crosses it in, back post. That's Cosper, goes down, and penalty. No. He waves it off. Goal kick here for the Royals. Yeah, didn't get really good sight on that one right there, so don't have too much to say. Roy may have dodged one here early. Ball now with the Royals. Battling out is Boston Risk. Risk plays it up to Scheffenauer. And now the captain, Cannon Downey, coming across and boots this one away. Yeah, Cannon Downey is going to be crucial for the Wasatch Wasps in this one, stopping that attack from the Roy Royals. Now, over on the far side, it's Boston Risk. Up the sideline, cuts it back. Trying to find support there with Belknap, but that ball out of bounds and out. We'll have a throw-in coming up here for the Roy Royals as they keep possession in the attacking third. Yeah, a little interesting switch from the Wasatch Wasps from last time out. They got Simpson dropping back to center back, and looks like he was playing up top last game. And let's see how him and Downey connect. Ball comes in. Medina off his line again. And Jackson Medina will play this one out quickly. Looking for Vargas. Nicely cut out by the Roy Royals. Raymond getting an attack, or cutting it out in the middle of the park. Ball goes back now to Davis. Nice touch there by Ace Downey to cut it out. Quickly one back by Roy. Here comes David Rangel. Rangel, who will play it out wide in the direction of Butters. That ball now comes through, and again, Jackson Medina off his line to collect. It's Cannon Downey. Now for the Wasatch Wasps. Ball up to Vargas. Nicely cut out there by Roy as Belknap in possession. Belknap in the direction of Scheffenauer. Nicely cut out by Cannon Downey. Davis plays it out wide to Manning. Tate Manning with time and space will play it across. Looking for Vargas as Vargas lets that one go. Cosper giving chase. Ball coming across. As that ball will go out of bounds and kept in and booted away. Rangel now in possession. Playing it to Hart. Hart, who scored the golden goal for the Royals against the Salem Hill Skyhawks to set them up here in the 5A championship game. That ball booted away by Patterson. And now goes to ground is Scheffenauer. Rangel now in possession. Rangel up the sideline, looking to play it through. Scheffenauer with a heavy touch, brings it down. Now it's Belknap. Belknap back to Scheffenauer. Scheffenauer cuts inside, plays it off to Boston Risk. Nice build up here and nicely cut out by Tate Manning, who boots this one away.
Yeah, Roy looking confident early in this one, playing through Scheffenauer and Rangel. Those two guys right there are going to be crucial for Roy if they're going to get a win here.
Ball back in play. Now goes out wide. It's Bodie Heelis who took a heavy touch. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Throwing on the far side for Tate Manning, who goes quickly back to Simpson. Simpson will go all the way back to Medina. Jackson Medina and the Wasps now here in possession. Will come out to the near side for Cannon Downey. And the captain, Cannon Downey, will carry. Plays up the sideline for Kirkham. Kirkham giving chase. Kirkham up the sideline. Kirkham now defended and looking for the foul, but it goes out of bounds, and now goal kick coming up here for the Roy Royals.
Yeah, fans are happy about that one. They thought Wasatch should get away with a foul right there.
Taking a look at these two sides coming into this one, it is the number one in the RPI, the undefeated Wasatch Wasps, coming into this one at 17-0 overall, one game away from a perfect 18-0 season. 12-0 in region play, finish at the top of Region 7 for that region championship. 65 goals scored, 7 conceded all season long. Their last loss was April 11th of 2023 against Spanish Fork, where they lost 1-0. That means they've gone over a year without losing a match. 30 straight wins spanning across 2 seasons for this Wasatch side. And now they look to go back to back here at America First Field.
Those are some crazy numbers from Wasatch right there. Only 7 goals conceded. That is really unheard of here in high school soccer, and Wasatch will be looking to go back-to-back, just as you said.
Ball floated up. Cosper gets a touch, goes back, and it'll go safely into the hands of Allred. This is a team, again, who has only lost 5 games over the course of 3 seasons. They got the first round bye in the playoffs with that number 1 seed. They beat Kearns 6-0 in the second round. Big quarterfinal win against Bountiful 3-1, and then the last one, the semifinals, where the Hunter High Wolverines went toe-to-toe with the undefeated champion and took that one all the way to penalties, where Jackson Medina came up with some huge saves to get Wasatch back into this one. Rangel floats one through. It'll just go out of bounds and out.
Yeah, Medina was solid last game, saving plenty of shots, keeping Wasatch in the game versus Hunter, and Hunter was bringing it to Wasatch, and unfortunately Hunter didn't get the win, but Wasatch are now here looking to get another championship win, but Medina is going to be crucial if Wasatch is going to get that win.
Ball booted up over the top. Cosper giving chase. Off his line is Allred and collects well. Xander Allred doing a good job bringing it there for the Roy Royals. Now looking at this Roy side, the number 7 in the RPI, who have made it all the way here. What a run it has been for this Roy Royals side. 14-3 overall on the year, 11-3 in Region 5 play. They finished second in the region as Vargas tries to poke one through. All red off his line, reads it well again. 45 goals scored for this Royals side, 23 goals against. Look, they had some early losses in region, some tough early losses where they lost to Box Elder 4-3 in overtime. They lost to Bountiful, 3-2, and then they lost to Viewmont 3-1 in the penalty shootout. But then they bounced back, and they have made a run since. That's 11-game win streak, which includes beating Box Elder 1-0, beating Bountiful 4-3, and beating Viewmont 2-1. Got the first round bye with the number 7 seed in the RPI. A second round win over West Jordan, 3-0. Huge quarterfinal win against the East High Leopards, the number 2 in the RPI, 3-1. And then they beat the number 3 in the RPI, Salem Hills, 2-1 in overtime. So now they have the number 2, the number 3, and now they take on the number 1, looking for and hoping for the same.
Yeah, they've been two good teams within the last 2 games against East and Salem Hills. And Salem Hills was a very good team, very good goal-scoring team. And Roy went in there, went to overtime, and got that goal right away and shocked the Salem Hills.
Nicely cut out there by the Royals as that ball takes a heavy deflection as it'll roll out of bounds and out for the throw-in. Coming up here for the Roy Royals. What a run again it has been for this side as it culminates to this, the 5A championship game against one of the tougher teams in this state in Wasatch.
Not even just in the state. Wasatch are one of the best teams in the nation.
Top 50 ranking at the moment for the Wasatch Wasps. 29 minutes left to go here in the first half, all tied up at 0-0. Been a good battle so far between these two sides as Medina will take the ball, float it over the top, and tracking it down is Ace Downey, who does a great job to poke it away. Here comes Kirkham. Kirkham takes it up the sideline. Kirkham now trying to get past, looks like Harrison, and another crunching tackle there, but nothing called, much to the displeasure of the designated home side fans. And we'll have a corner kick coming up. Or goal kick, excuse me. Good to see Vargas and everybody back on their feet.
Yeah, Kirkham already being very eager in this game, running up and down that right-hand side, looking to create an opportunity for the Wasatch Wasps.
Goal kick now here as Xander Allred has a chance to clear it out and clear his lines. Allred boots this one away. Vargas gets a header on it, now gets a toe on it, wins it back for the Wasatch Wasps. Ball goes out wide, here comes Tate Manning. Manning now taking it up. Bodie Heelis with the heavy touch, quickly won back by the Roy Royals. Ranhale trying to keep possession. Heelis comes back, wins it, up the sideline looking for Manning. And that ball cleared away by the Roy Royals. Boston Risk doing a good job there to try to keep possession. Won back by Wasatch. Now it's Heelis. Heelis will support himself with Cole Simpson. Simpson goes across to the near side to Cannon Downey. Now it's Kirkham. Kirkham, who had the assist on the equalizing goal for that man right there, Jaden Cosper. Goes up the sideline, battling it out there on the sideline. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up here for the Roy Royals as they look to get possession out of their attacking third. It's Vargas who brings it down as Wasatch back in possession. Vargas at the top of the 18, pokes it through. Allred reads it well and collects. Nicely read there by Xander Allred. And now he'll have a chance to boot it away here and clear Roy's lines. This is a team last year in Roy As that ball's booted over the top, Allred back off his line and collects. This is a team last year in Roy that lost in the 6A second round. Last year they were a 6A school. With the realignment, they moved down here to 5A, and now a year later, here they are fighting for a state championship. Lost to the eventual champion Syracuse 3-2 in that second round, and as mentioned earlier, won state championship to their name back in 2003, looking to end that drought and take the crown away from this Wasatch side. Ball comes over to the ace Downey. Downey to Redmond. Redmond will play it out wide. Manning tracks it down. Nice touch there by Manning to keep it in. Manning up the sideline. Manning with the chance. Cross comes in, takes a deflection. In front, Vargas, and Allred off his line and collects again. Xander Allred reads it well. Now it's Risk. Risk looks to play it up. Nice to cut out there by the Wasatch Wasps. Cole Simpson now takes it up. Simpson flicks it over the top. Helis giving chase. Defended by Patterson. Patterson does well to shield that one as it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Goal kick coming up here for Xander Allred as he boots this one away. Belknap tries to win it in the middle of the park and ball back with the Wasatch Wasps out wide. Manning trying to get around Belknap. Ball goes out. Manning takes a quick free throw in. Looking for Bodie Helis as that ball out of bounds and out once more. Another throw in coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. For the Wasatch Wasps, they're looking for number 5, 2011, 2013, 2021, and 2023. For the Wasps, looking to go back-to-back after they beat the Alta Hawks in last year's 4-2 championship game. Downey taking it into the 18. Vargas tries to flick it through. Ball cleared away, and Rangel cuts back. Rangel trying to keep possession, does. Trying to poke it through, looking for Belknap. Belknap now carries. Nicely defended there by Wasatch as Raymond now on the ball. It's Cosper. Cosper cuts outside. Cosper on his right. Cosper into the box. Cosper puts it in and straight as Xander Allred.
Yeah, nice little run right there by Jaden Cosper, trying to create something for Wasatch, trying to pick out a runner as well, and just couldn't find the foot of any of his teammates. And the Roy trying to retain possession.
Players to watch. It's going to be that guy right there, number 8, Jaden Cosper, with 18 goals and 8 assists on the year. Number 6, Bodie Helis, who has 13 goals, 7 assists. And Cole Simpson with 8 goals and 3 assists on the year for the Wasatch Wasps. On the other side, players to watch is going to be Scheffenauer, number 2, with 10 goals, 1 assist on the year. Rangel, who has 9 goals, 3 assists. And Aiden Hart, who has 7 goals, 7 assists. Both Rangel and Hart scoring in that 2-1 win over Salem Hills. Scheffenauer up the sideline, defended by Kirkham. Cannon Downey comes across, makes a tackle. Rangel brings it down. Rangel to the sideline, up to Scheffenauer. Scheffenauer gets around Kirkham, has a chance to cross it in, does, and Colt Simpson will boot this one away.
Yeah, and a key player, as you mentioned, Aiden Hart. 14 goal and assist contributions, and also a goal last game. He's going to be another key player to watch out for. That front three of Rangel, Scheffenauer, and Hart is a very dangerous attack, and Wasatch is going to watch out for those three.
Aiden Hart here on the near side will throw it in. Hart puts it into the mix. Downey's there, headed away. Medina now tracking it down, and Jackson Medina collects. Was looking to play it out quickly, and instead here will slow things down for the Wasatch Wasps. will go out wide to Tate Manning. Manning will play up now to Davis. Davis back to Manning. Manning now into the middle. And ball coming out wide for Kirkham. That was Remond on the pass. Now back into Remond. It's Kirkham. Kirkham plays it up to Ace Downey. Nice little interchange passing here for the Wasatch Wasps as that ball comes into Davis. Liam Davis will look to play it out wide and does. Finds Tate Manning. Manning with time, with space. Playing it back into Davis. Davis now taking it up. Davis into the box. Davis leaves it for Vargas. Vargas has a chance to cross it in, and nicely defended there by Butters. Braden Butters comes across, makes the tackle. Out of bounds and out. Corner kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps.
Great patient build-up right there by the Wasps. Just waiting for Roy to bite at them and just calmly passing around them. And Vargas trying to get into the box, but great tackle by Braden Butters right there to force the ball out of bounds, and Wasatch have a corner.
Lundberg, who just checked in, will take the corner. The cross comes in. Goes looking for Downey. Ball cleared away. Now back out wide to Lundberg. Lundberg tries to get around his defender. And Belknap doing a good job there defensively. We'll have a stoppage in play here as the first yellow card caution is issued. And it goes to Caden Lundberg, who, after checking in, will immediately check out.
Yeah, interesting card right there from the referee for Caden Lundberg. Only about 20 minutes into this first half, and he's already seen a yellow. Maybe that will affect his playing time, but that's unfortunate for him.
.45 left to go here in the first, about halfway through this first half. And we're all tied up in 0-0. Aiden Hart brings it down. Downey boots it away. Belknap back in possession. Boston Risk trying to get around two. Ball cut out. Now it's Downey and another foul called. Free kick coming up here for the Roy Royals.
Yeah, yet another interesting call right there to call the ball back after Wasatch were looking to counter, and Simpson unfortunately got called for the foul, and Roy have another free kick in the opposition half.
It'll be Hunter Patterson standing over it to take. Patterson will look to float one in. Far post. Medina off his line. Takes a deflection and booted away by Remond. Ball now coming the other way. Davis up the sideline. Liam Davis back in possession. Heavy touch. Takes a deflection. Out of bounds and out. Little helter-skelter mix up there in the box there, Carson.
Yeah, frustrations being showed early here with Aiden Hart and Medina getting tangled up there in the box.
Davis trying to win it back for Wasatch, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Braden Butters on the far side to throw it in. Butters up the sideline, looking in the direction of Berggren. Now booted away. Butters will look to flow it in towards Aiden Hart. Medina off his line, and Medina collects well. The flag was raised, but we play on. As Ace Downey now takes it past the halfway line. Ace Downey now towards the sideline to Cosper. Cosper back into Downey. Nice step there by Harrison. And ball cleared out by Roy, but only momentarily. Harrison now wins it back. Harrison boots it up. Coming across is Cannon Downey. And so look to slow things down again here for Wasatch. All the way back to Jackson Medina. Medina now up to Remond. Remond will play it out wide. Cut out by Belknap. Here comes an opportunity for Roy. Belknap trying to catch Medina off his line, taking a shot. But Medina reads it well, and a foul called. A late whistle here. And a free kick coming up for Roy.
Yeah, interesting foul right there. Belknap was winding up for the shot, and Wasatch defender came back and fouled him after he got the shot off, and now Roy Royals will have another free kick opportunity here.
Hunter Patterson standing over it to take. Patterson, one arm in the air, floats one in, back post. Aiden Hart is there, Belknap is there, Medina off his line and collects. And now Jackson Medina will look to play it out for Wasatch. Again, the Was and Medina here happy to just slow things down. Ball played up to Downey. Downey carries. Downey gets around Aiden Hart. Downey still in possession. Downey now playing it in. Finds Cole Simpson. Simpson with the heavy touch. Cosper trying to turn. Booted away by Harrison. Here comes Scheffenauer on the near side. Scheffenauer will play it to Berggren. Bergen. Out wide to Hart. Hart cuts back. Goes up to the sideline to Scheffenauer. Scheffenauer trying to get around Downey. Does, and then Downey commits the foul.
Yeah, Scheffenauer just toying with Downey right there, getting him to take the bait on that, and Roy have another free kick in a dangerous spot.
Scheffenauer leaves it for Patterson. Patterson with one on the wall. The cross comes in. Looking back post. Cleared away by Cole Simpson. Patterson trying to put it back into the mix. Medina off his line. Medina collects. And now Jackson Medina again just happy to slow things down. Ball goes out wide now to Tate Manning. Manning back to Kirkham. Kirkham will come across to Medina. And a notable absence here for the Wasatch Wasps is Caleb Smith, the captain, who bunkers down right next to Cannon Downey at the center back position. Jace Kirkham at the moment playing center back, with the Braden Hall coming in for the Wasatch Wasps.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that change at all. You know, Cole Simpson, last time out, his attacking presence was very well known from Wasatch, holding up the ball, laying it off to his teammates up top, and they haven't had that yet in this game. And so Cole Simpson will be looking to change his game up for Wasatch.
That ball comes out as Kirkham brings it down. Kirkham tries to boot it away. Downey lets it bounce. Downey brings it in. Downey now out to Hall. Here comes the first touches from Braden Hall. Hall takes it up the sideline. Now into Downey. Downey back out to Hall. Hall plays it into the middle for Remond. Slides by him. Remond giving chase. Remond will go out now to Tate Manning. Manning will come back to Tate and Remond. Over the top. All right off his line, collects.
A nice little goalkeeper battle we got going on right now. Both keepers getting settled in this early, making plenty of saves coming off their line. They're going to make it hard for either team to score.
Flick through. Cosper giving chase. Booted away by Butters. Cosper now gets a header on it. Brought down by Davis. Davis will play it out wide to Manning. Manning now up the sideline. Into Cosper. Cosper flicks it through. Cole Simpson is there. And nicely cut out by the Roy Royals. Brought down by Scheffenauer. Scheffenauer with space. Scheffenauer trying to get past Downey. Downey comes across and makes the challenge. Cleared away by Cannon Downey.
Great ball over the top right there, the Scheffenauer. Scheffenauer just trying to create something for his team right now, and Canyon Downey coming up clutch and stopping him.
Ball back in play, headed away by Remond. Now falls at Downey. We'll play it out wide to Tate Manning. Manning carries with time and space across the halfway line. Settled back for Manning. Cole Simpson now giving chase. Simpson does a great job to win it back. Remen now coming up. Here comes Downey. Downey cut out there by Quinn Smith, and a foul called. And we'll have a stoppage in play as I believe that's Boston Risk down after his collision with Cole Simpson. That's not a good look. We really hope Boston Risk is okay. Risk has been fantastic for this Royals side as well in the attack. He did a lot against Salem Hills to create, and now he will be walked off by the trainers, so we hope Boston Risk can return to this one.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Roy. He walked off the field, but he's not putting any pressure on that left side leg, and hopefully he's okay.
Free kick coming up here for the Royals after Ace Downey committed a foul. And Patterson will stand over it to take. The whistle goes. The clock will start again. The ball floated through, and it'll be brought down by Quinn Smith. Smith playing it into Harrison. Belknap now out to Berggren. Belknap giving chase. Belknap up the sideline. Cut out there by Tate Manning as that ball goes out of bounds and out for a Roy Royals throw-in in the attacking third. Coming up to take will be Butters. We'll see if Butters decides to go deep. Everybody lining up inside the box at the moment for the Royals.
Royals yet again with another opportunity thrown in.
Makes a deflection. Ball booted away by Remond. Tatum Remond does a good job to try to win it back again. Now Butters cuts it out. Butters, Remond again, cutting it out in the middle of the park. Tatum Remond doing a good job here in the midfield. Keep in mind, he's just a sophomore, and he's already playing with great IQ. So is Ace Downey. Ace Downey also a sophomore. Ball up the sideline, cut inside, and cleared away by Jackson Batty. Now it's Scheffenauer who brings it down, trying to cut through Remen and Downey. Rangel winning it back. Rangel pokes it through. Belknap with time, with space. He'll carry. Plays it to Berggren. Berggren playing it back in the direction of Belknap. Nice step by Cole Simpson, who finds himself back deep for the Wasatch Wasps. Up now to Davis. Davis will go out wide looking for Beto Vargas. And now here's Scheffenauer who gets the deflection. Cannon Downey coming across and boots it away.
Downey's holding it down back there, not letting Scheffenauer get any space or time to create anything, and he just boots that one out of bounds.
That battle between Downey and Scheffenauer so far here in the first half has been very fun to watch.
Yeah, both are going at it, and it's a sight to watch right now. They're both great players, and I'm looking forward to see how this game ends between those two.
Cross comes in, Medina off his line and collects as Jackson Medina reads it well again. In the vicinity was Scheffenauer. Now ball with Cole Simpson. Simpson will play it up to Downey. Downey looks over his shoulder. And we'll go out wide to Braden Hall. Hall here on the near side looks to go up the sideline, leaves it for Helis. Helis comes across. Helis plays it back to Downey. Downey now scanning, and he'll play it back now to Ace Downey. Downey to Hall. Hall crosses it in and nicely headed away by Jackson Batty. Ball brought down by the Roy Royals. Quickly won back by Wasatch. Ball comes out wide to Bodie Helis. Helis cuts inside, plays it now to Davis. Liam Davis will go out wide to Tate Manning. Manning cuts inside. Manning taking a shot from distance. And he goes over the bar and out for the goal kick.
Yeah, not a bad attempt from Manning right there. Just trying to get a shot off, get things going for Wasatch. Put some pressure on the keeper, Xander Allred. You know, the one player that I really haven't seen much from this first half is Jaden Cosper. Started out on the right wing, is now back at the right wing, but was at striker for a little bit. But he's just been quiet, and they need to get him more involved if they want to get going here.
Checking into this one will be Mark Carrillo for the Wasatch Wasps. And now here's Carrillo, who gets his first touch, but immediately called him foul, as Roy will have a free kick. 8:25 left to go here in the first half. Still tied up at 0-0. A good battle so far between this Roy Royals side and the Wasatch side.
Yeah, definitely a more even battle right now. Neither team able to break that deadlock so far.
Scheffenauer floats one through. Downey comes across with the header. Rangel puts it back into the mix. Now it's Scheffenauer. Goes to ground. Booted away by Carrillo. And now here comes Cosper. Cosper flicks it on with his head, trying to use his speed. Vargas is there. Vargas goes to ground. And a foul called. Free kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps.
Yeah, Jackson Batty just coming a little too quick into that one. And instead of catching the ball, he caught Vargas. And now Wasatch have a free kick.
Let's see if this is anything like our 4A game earlier today, Carson, where after the first goal, the floodgates just open for goal after goal after goal.
Yeah, whoever breaks this floodgate, who knows? Wasatch could just sit back the rest of the game and Roy will just be attacking.
Ball floated in. Cosper with the header. Can't redirect it on frame as it goes over, out and wide for the Wasps.
Yeah, Cosper finally getting involved, getting the head on that ball, but wasn't able to direct it towards goal at Allred. And, you know, maybe that's what he needs to get going. Just needs to start getting more opportunities, whether it's on target or not. They just need to get Cosper more involved.
Braden Hall comes across with the header. Cosper now trying to maintain possession and does. Cosper plays it in. Cosper now into Davis. Davis taking it in. Davis pokes it through at the back, or through the 18 is Mark Carrillo. And now Carrillo takes it to the corner. Davis can't keep it in bounds, as that ball will go out of bounds and out. Roy Royals with the throw here. Taken quickly. Belknap pokes it through. Cole Simpson giving chase. Simpson now in possession. Simpson will boot this one away. Harrison brings it down. Harrison plays it to Butters. Butters taking it back to the sideline. Boots it up the sideline, looking for Scheffenauer. Scheffenauer brings it down nicely. Scheffenauer still in possession. Trying to get around Tate Manning. Manning coming across defensively, makes a tackle. Scheffenauer keeps possession. Up the sideline is Aiden Hart now. Can't keep it in.
Being very eager to win the ball back off the press and looking to counter, but just a little too much from Rangel right there. As the referee warns him, that's enough.
It'll be the number 25, the senior, Beto Vargas, standing over this ball to take. Only one on the wall for the for the Roy Royals, and it's David Rangel. Vargas will float it in. Vargas. Davis tried to poke it back out to Tate Manning, but that ball goes out of bounds and out, as it was just too much there for the pass to Manning.
Both of these teams have had plenty of free kick set piece opportunities, and neither have been able to take advantage.
Allred will boot this one away. Wasatch winning it back. A little miscommunication there as Carrillo and Davis collide for the ball. Davis wins it back. Now it comes up the sideline for Cosper. Cosper taking it up. Cuts back. Looking for support. Now up the sideline again. Cosper towards the end line. Nicely won back there by the Roy Royals defense. Ball flicked through. Here comes Belknap and a quick counter for the Royals. Belknap playing it out wide to Hart. And quickly the Wasatch midfield comes back to defend. Butters will float one in, back post. Rangel in the direction of Rangel. Cannon Downey's there. Aiden Hart trying to play back into the mix, and that ball will just bounce through and out. For the throw, it'll be Roy Ball here in the attacking third. Substitution coming up for the Roy Royals.
Yeah, what a tackle over there by Neil Curtis to win that ball off of Jaden Cosper and set off that counterattack the Roy Royals just had, and now they have a throw-in opportunity.
Throw in from Hart, and Jackson Medina off his line again to read it well. Vargas brings it down. One back by Rangel, poked away by Vargas. And now the ball coming back to Simpson. 2:30 left to go here in the first. All knotted up at 0-0. Here comes Carrillo. Carrillo playing it out wide to Hall. Braden Hall takes it back inside, leaves it for Carrillo. Carrillo will now play it to Davis. Davis, nice little bit of skill there from the sophomore, Liam Davis. Takes a bounce. Simpson brings it down. We'll go back to Remond. Remond will look to play it up the sideline towards Bodie Heelis. Heelis brings it down. Heelis inside to Carrillo. Carrillo with time. Carrillo with space. We'll play it to Cosper. Cosper trying to flick it through as Hall has to track back and collect. Now it's Davis. Davis will poke it out wide to Manning. Manning cuts back. Manning will look to float it in. Does. Back post. But Jaden Cosper was there as that ball will sail through out for the goal kick. .130 left to go here in the first half. Still tied up at 0-0. Let's see if anyone can find a late breakthrough here in the first half and take a lead into the break. Remond. As a foul is called. Scheffenauer goes down. Free kick coming here for the Roy Royals. A late free kick. This could be one of the last actions here of the first half. It'll be Hunter Patterson.
Yeah, pretty slow first half so far. There's 50 seconds left, and neither side have showed us much, Alex, and both should be looking at getting the goal in the second half.
Patterson will float one in. Right in front of Medina. Scheffenauer flicks it through, and then Jackson Medina collects. Nicely done there by Scheffenauer to play it back right in front of Medina. But nonetheless, Wasatch back in possession. Simpson will boot this one away. Patterson comes across with the header. Scheffenauer giving chase against Downey. Scheffenauer playing it in. Stolen by the Wasps. Trying to flick it through. Cosper flicks it through. Vargas. Vargas now into the box. Vargas goes down. And a foul called. But that'll do it. A late foul, not enough time on the clock to take. What a dangerous free kick that would have been if there was time on that clock.
Yeah, that was an interesting call right there, but that would have been a perfect opportunity for Wasatch to break through that Roy defense. But unfortunately, once the clock is up, and Wasatch won't get that opportunity.
We head to the break. All tied up at 0-0 here in the 5A championship game. Make sure to stick with us for second half action when we return. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heinemann & Associates. I'm Alex Napoles. He's Carson Lantz. As we get the second half rolling here at America First Field for the 5A championship game between the number 1 Wasatch Wasps and the number 7 Roy Royals. Wasatch here on the attack. They are in the black, shooting to the left of your screen here in the second half, and then it will be the Roy Royals in the white, shooting to the right in the second half. Remond will play the ball out wide as Hall brings it in. Now it's Boston Riss. Good to see Boston Riss back on the pitch after he came out halfway through the first. Now it's Cosper as the Wasatch Wasps back on the attack. Cosper flicks it through, looking for Vargas, and an incredible tackle there by Jackson Batty to get this one away.
And that's exactly what Wasatch needs right there is Cosper on the ball, trying to create opportunities or at least scoring an opportunity. But now Tate Manning will have a free kick corner opportunity here.
Let's see if Manning decides to go long. He'll leave it short for Vargas. Vargas back to Manning. Manning will now cross it in, looking back post. Cosper's there, punched away by Freuer. And now here comes Davis with the shot, takes a deflection, and Colby Freuer comes up with the save as Freuer subs into this second half.
Yeah, Liam Davis ghosting in the box right there and got a shot off, but unfortunately it was deflected. And Freuer coming in, as you said. Weird strategy going on here with goalkeepers, but got to do what you got to do.
If you have two goalkeepers that can get the job done, might as well. Colby Freuer doing a good job for the Roy Royals this season as well.
Yeah, I mean, if the coach trusts both of them equally,
absolutely,
nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. Cannon Downey now on the ball. We'll play it out to Braden Hall. Hall with a heavy touch. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. Throwing coming up here for the Roy Royals.
Yeah, nice sportsmanship showed by Belknap right there, helping Ace Downey up on his feet.
Foul called and a free kick coming up here for the number 7, the designated visiting side, the Roy Royals, as Patterson will head over to the far side to take.
Got to make one of these free kick opportunities count sooner or later. But had plenty of chances so far.
Patterson will float it in, looking back post. The header cleared away, and now Ranhil tracks it down. Giving chase is Harrison. Harrison trying to turn on Vargas. Nicely done there by Harrison. Harrison gets around one, can't get around two, and nothing called there as Batty will boot this one up the sideline. Giving chase now will be Simpson as he lets this one roll out of bounds and out. Goal kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps.
Yeah, a little studs up action right there on Tate Manning. Looks like the ref was about to call it back, but opted not to.
Ball in the middle now, looking for Davis. Nicely done there by Roy to cut it out. Downey comes across, boots this one away.
So calm and composed Downey is in the back line.
Belknap trying to keep possession there, booted away. Now it's Remond who brings it down the middle of the park. Remond gets around Risk. Remond up the sideline. Nice moves there from the sophomore. Plays it into Cosper. Cosper now coming out to Davis. Davis taking a touch. Davis gets around one. Can't get around a second. And now that ball goes out of bounds and out. Throw in. And the ref will say it took a deflection. So it'll be Roy Ball over on the far side. Ball played in. Downey will go all the way back to Jackson Medina. Medina here will play it up to Ace Downey. Downey turns. Downey carries. Downey against Ranhil. Downey will now go out wide to Braden Hall. Hall taking it up the sideline for Wasatch. Hall cuts inside. Hall gets around one. Hall gets around two. Can't get around Risk again. As Boston Risk doing a good job there with the tackle to clear it out. Manning throws it in here on the near side. Up the sideline for Vargas. Vargas trying to get around Butters. Goes down. Nothing called. Simpson in possession. And that ball will go all the way back to Jackson Medina here as Wasatch will try to control some possession. Medina will boot this one up in the direction of Hall. Hall flicks it through. Nicely one back by Harrison. Boston Risk now on the ball. Back to Harrison. Harrison can't get around Braden Hall. Here comes Jaden Cosper. Cosper with an opportunity. Nicely cut out by Boston Risk. Risk, who's been very active since checking back into this one. One back quickly by Wasatch. Vargas tries to go through. And nothing called there as Roy will clear the ball away. The referee says, hey, nothing there.
Yeah, already got some early drama going on with tackles being flown left and right. And, the referee's he's being cautious. He's not letting the game go on. He's not calling many fouls.
Substitution for the Wasps as Kirkham checks back in. Heading out for a breather will be Braden Hall. Vargas goes down, tied up there by Butters. And a free kick coming up here for Wasatch in a very dangerous spot as Wasatch will look to play.
Interesting play right there by Vargas. It looks like he got his arms wrapped up around him, and obviously he's the guy in front, and he went down, and it looks like he was fouled, and now Wasatch have a free kick here. Got to do what you got to do, Alex.
Rangel will be the one-man wall. Vargas will take. Everybody lined up at the back post. Vargas will whip one in. It was low. Takes a deflection. And Wasatch still here with possession. Downey will flick one through to Helis. And nicely defended there by Roy as they clear this one away. Wasatch still on the attack with Manning. Manning will cross it in front. Cosper with the header and can't put it on frame. It'll go out of bounds and out for the goal kick.
And Wasatch putting the pressure on here. Only 8 minutes into the second half. They're very eager to get on the board.
Colby Froikier will now have a chance to boot this one away. Froikier will get it out. Rangel trying to win that back in the middle of the park. Ball booted up by the Wasp. Jackson Batty comes across, uses his head. Cosper's there. Now into Helis. Helis flicks one through to Vargas. Vargas goes down, and Vargas still on his feet, trying to get it through. Poked away. Corner kick coming up. And a corner for the Wasatch Wasps.
Looks like the ref was about to point to the spot right there, so I'm a little thrown off right now.
It did. He made a motion that he was going to go to the spot, but then he let the play go on. Vargas somehow got back on the ball. Vargas with his hands up right now saying, what do I got to do to get a call? The corner. Ball whipped in near post, and it'll just flow through as Downey recovers. Now it's Ace Downey. Gets past Rangel, goes out wide, and ball cut out there. Quickly coming the other way is the Royals. Risk trying to keep that one in, but it goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Remen takes it quickly. Remen finds Bodie Helis. Helis takes a touch, trying to get around Jackson Batty, and that one will just go out of bounds and out for the goal kick.
Yeah, just trying to poke it around Batty right there, and took too big of a touch and collided with Batty and Helis. But this is a goal kick now.
Absolutely love the idea there from Bodie Helis, but good job defensively from Batty to make sure Helis couldn't get around him. Remond goes down, and a foul called here against David Rangel. Cole Simpson will stand over it to take. Wasatch back in possession. Now played up to Downey. Ace Downey back to Simpson. Wasatch here just trying to control some possession. It's the captain, Cannon Downey. Back to Simpson. Ace Downey. We'll play it out wide to Manning. Tate Manning now carries up the sideline. Manning gets around Butters, and looks like Butters got the tip of his toe on it, so it'll be out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up here for Wasatch.
Yeah, Manning very eager to get forward, trying to create something. Just kicked it off the defender, and Wasatch have a corner.
Corner kick coming in. Here on the near side, it'll be Remen to take. The cross comes in. back post. Nicely headed away there by the Roy Royals. It was Davis who swung that one in. Davis back into Downey. Downey will now look to float it in. Looking for Vargas. Vargas brings it down. Vargas trying to turn. Leaves it for Simpson. Simpson with the shot. Takes the deflection. Harrison now will clear. Wasatch turn in up the heat here in the second half. It has been all Wasps so far in the first 12 or so minutes of this second half.
Yeah, it took the words right out of my mouth. It's been the Wasatch show in this second half so far.
Butters will boot this one away. Davis plays it out to Manning. Wasatch back in possession. Downey trying to get around. Scheffenauer comes back, makes a tackle. And that ball will just go straight back to the Wasatch Wasps. Simpson will support himself with his goalkeeper, Jackson Medina. Medina will go across to the captain, Cannon Downey. Now it's Jackson Medina. Medina comes up far off his line, using himself as another player in the passing game. Ball goes out wide. Nice defensive effort there from Boston Risk. Still in possession is the Wasp. The cross comes in. Batty with the header. Back post Manning. Can't put it on frame as that ball will go over and out for the goal kick.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see Tate Manning try to get over that one rather than get under it. If you get over that one right there, it has a chance of maybe taking an awkward bounce and throws the keeper off or off a defender, but instead he opted to go under it and flies over the net.
Manning had time, had space. Instead decides to go first time as well and just can't put it on frame. Ball booted over the top. Scheffenauer giving chase. Simpson covering. Off his line is Medina. A little miscommunication. And now Simpson will boot this one out. Dangerous, dangerous play there.
Yeah, miscommunication right there from Medina and Simpson. Don't want that to happen here with 26 minutes left. One mistake and Roy could be up 1-0.
Throw-in coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Ball booted away and out. Brought down by Risk. Risk trying to get around Downey. Risk back in possession. Plays it to Berrigan. Berrigan trying to turn. And nicely won back by the Wasatch Wasps. Ball coming the other way with Kirkham. Kirkham plays it up to Cosper. Cosper up the sideline. Defended by Curtis. Cosper with time. Cuts it back. Looking for support. Now flicks it through and no one there. Trying to get it into Davis, but that ball out of bounds and out for the goal kick.
Yeah, Jaden Cosper just doing a little too much right there. Taking too long to get the pass off and create something, and instead his pass just rolls out of bounds.
It's going to be Freuchier who will boot this one away. And now Roy back in possession. Hart over the top. One back by Wasatch. Giving chase now is Cosper against Curtis. Curtis goes to ground. Harrison comes across. And that ball out of bounds and out for the throw-in. 25 minutes left to go here in the second half. All tied up at 0-0 between the number 1 Wasatch and the number 7 Roy. Here in the 5A state championship game. The ball comes in. Flicked through by Cosper. And that ball will just slowly roll out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Good time here to remind you that, hey, we're not done. Following the conclusion of this one, we'll have the 6A state championship game between the number 1 Farmington and the number 2 American Fork in the 6A state championship game. All that action coming up next here on KSLSports.com. Giving chase is Butters and Manning. Butters will get a card. And tempers Flair. Braden Butters and Manning. That's not what you want to see here, Carson. Everybody's got to keep their heads. It's still tied at 0-0. Anything can happen. Butters will go into the book.
Yeah, rightfully so, getting a yellow card. The play was dead, and Butters opted to put his shoulder into the chest of Manning and fly him out of bounds. And so Butters is going to go ahead and take a seat on the bench.
Checking in for Butters will be Sam Bischoff. Bischoff had a good performance in that semifinal matchup against Salem Hills, and now he checks in for the first time this afternoon. Throw-in coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. It's Cole Simpson on the near side to throw it in.
Interesting tactic going on here, having the center back step out of position to take the throw-in, but he's just going to throw it to Captain Downey.
Ball back in play. Wasatch in possession. Ball goes out wide. And a foul called. Or no, let's say that it went out of bounds. So a throw-in coming up here for the for the Roy Royals on the far side. Bergen tries to bring that one in. Harrison takes a touch. Curtis now in possession for the Roy Royals. We'll play it through to Boston Risk. Risk does a good job to keep that one in. Plays it up to Scheffenauer. Scheffenauer lets it roll, and now Cannon Downey will track it down. And he'll go all the way back to Jackson Medina. Medina will play it back now to the captain, Cannon Downey. Downey will go back to Medina. Medina brings it up. Medina boots this one away. Ball goes out wide. Brought down well by Kirkham. And now booted away by Roy. It's going to be Aiden Hart who brings it in. Hart goes out wide to Risk. Risk does a good job to keep it in. Risk cuts back. Risk crosses it in. And that ball will just float through out for the goal kick.
Yeah, it seems like Roy's just soaking up the pressure right now, being patient versus Wasatch right now, just waiting for an opportunity to arise.
They're waiting for those counter-attacking opportunities, for sure.
Yeah, sooner or later, Wasatch's legs are going to get tired, and Roy's going to take advantage.
Kirkham now taking it into the box. Kirkham will play it in. Takes a deflection, cleared away by Roy, and a dangerous opportunity there for Wasatch. Wasatch still in possession here with Davis. Or excuse me, with Helis. And now it's Carrillo. Carrillo will play it to Liam Davis. Davis cuts back. Davis with a little bit of skill there as he'll play it out. Kirkham now will cross it in. Looking back post. Vargas is there. Cosper brings it down. Can't get a shot off. Booted away by Roy. Wasatch trying to win back possession. Roy now as a foul is called. Manning goes to ground.
Yeah, Roy keeps winning the ball back, but then after the play, they keep on fouling Wasatch players, and Wasatch just retains possession once again.
Ball taken by Simpson out to Manning. Manning has a chance to cross it in. Does. Look, goes back post. Looking for Cosper. Batty heads it away. Davis now brings it down. Ball floated back over the top. Manning giving chase. Manning does a good job to keep it in, but it'll just go straight into the hands of Colby Frokier. And that ball will be booted away by Roy.
Yes, first 20 minutes of this second half, it's just been all Wasatch. Roy, here comes Roy.
Oh, booted in by Aiden Hart, but the offside flag raised will not count. It's going to be Simpson. Medina. We'll go back now to Cosper. Cosper at the top of the 18 will settle it for Davis. Davis, the cross comes in. Vargas is there, back post, leaves it for Manning. Manning takes it in. Manning takes the shot, crosses it in. And that ball will go out of bounds. And now a corner kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps.
Yeah, this has been the Tate Manning show for the last couple of minutes. They are dominating that left-hand side, and Tate Manning is just looking to create opportunity.
Davis will cross it in, looking back post. The header from Downey, can't put it on frame as it'll go out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Froquier will boot this one away. Ball lands at Carrillo. Nice turn there as Belknap wins it back. Scheffenauer. And try to play it through. Manning coming in big again defensively. Tate Manning wins it back. Now it's Vargas. Vargas turns. And that ball booted away. And it goes out of bounds and out. Throwing coming up here for Wasatch. And look, we haven't had to say Scheffenauer's name too much here in the second half. They got to get him involved if they want to take this win.
Yeah, no one on Roy has really been involved in this game. Ringhell, Scheffenauer, Hart, all haven't really been doing much here in the second half. They need them to get going.
Now that ball back to Downey. Downey will play it to Remen. Heavy touch there from Remen. Johansson with a header to Scheffenauer. Speaking of which, Scheffenauer on the ball. Scheffenauer plays it back. Now looking out wide for Johansson.
Simpson's out of position. They need to take advantage.
Nicely cut out by Tate Manning. And Tate Manning, how many times is he going to come up time and time again? Now it's Davis. Davis taking it in. Davis out to Cosper. Cosper at the top of the 18, taking a shot. And Froquier off his line to collect.
Tate Manning is having himself a game today. He is all over the place, just trying to urge his team to get a goal here to win this game with 17 minutes left.
Ball comes out. And Manning now giving chase. Manning will boot this one away. Nice there from Bischoff to poke it through. Belknap trying to get around Manning, and that ball will go out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps.
Yeah, Manning being good defensively there once again. Earned his team a...
Ball will go all the way back to Jackson Medina. Ball going out wide now to Cannon Downey. Look how spread, how far apart those center backs are at this moment for Wasatch. Cosper. Back now to Cosper. Cosper into Carrillo. Carrillo turning. Gives it to Davis. Davis now with time, with space. Carries. Tries to get around Harrison. Harrison with a challenge. And wins it back. Here come the Roy on the counter. Manning comes across. Makes a challenge. Poked away. Vargas giving chase. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in coming up here for the Roy Royals. This game has really come alive here in the last couple of minutes. Davis brings it down. And he'll go all the way back to Jackson Medina as Wasatch. Now it's Davis. Out to Carrillo. Carrillo will play it through to Davis. Belknap will boot this one away as Vargas looking to pounce. Now it's Johansson who brings it down. Cut out by Carrillo. Nicely done there by Mark Carrillo.
Yeah, Carrillo getting some playing time today and is making his time worth being good defensively in the midfield.
Ball goes up, and Batty will go to ground, and a foul called, and it'll come back to the original foul as the official tried to play advantage. It'll be a free kick for the Wasps.
14 minutes left, and still the Wasps show out here at America First Field. Roy Royals haven't been able to get anything going.
We'll have a stoppage in play here as the center ref gets a set for this Wasatch free kick coming up. Looks like Batty will have to come off. Substitutions for the Roy Royals as Boston Risk checking back in. Also checking into the game will be number 15, Alex Medina. And now we'll have free kick Roy. See, I was confused with the call because he pointed towards Wasatch and said free kick Wasatch, but it was Batty who went down. So a little confusion there from the official at the center, but it is going to be a free kick for the Roy Royals. Ball booted away, and it'll just go straight back to Jackson Medina as he collects. Medina here will take his time on the ball. Davis will play it out wide to Downey. Downey back into Remond. Remond will go out wide to Tate Manning. Manning brings it down. Manning against Belknap. Manning cuts back outside. Manning gets it back on his right. Puts it out to Vargas. Vargas now up the sideline. Vargas trying to get around Belknap. Belknap comes across, makes a huge defensive intervention, and a foul called. Free kick coming up here for the Roy Royals. And Roy happy to just take their time here.
Yeah, frustration around the Wasatch side on that call right there.
Patterson will boot this one away. Cosper tries to bring it down. One back by Curtis. Curtis will boot this one up and away, looking in the direction of Quinn Smith. Out of bounds and out once more. Wasatch throw-in coming up.
I'd really like an open play goal here, Alex. Whether it's in overtime or right now, it would just, if either team won in the open play, it would make their win look significantly better.
I think both teams happy with what's happening right now at this moment. Wasatch attacking very well at the moment, not able to find the breakthrough. Roy happy with the way that they've defended, and they're defending the 0-0, and I think they're happy to take that to OT.
Yeah, they're just being very patient right now, waiting for their opportunity.
Manning comes in. Manning will cross it in. Goes in. Batty boots it away. And how many times have we seen this story here in this second half? Cosper comes across, makes a challenge, and a foul called. And a yellow card caution issued to Jaden Cosper.
Silly mistake right there from Cosper. Play was already dead. His hands were up in the air. And then Belknap goes to the ground, and the referee, from his point of view, looks like Cosper pushed him to the ground, and Cosper's going to have to go take a seat on the bench now with 11 minutes left, and that's their star player being out for a couple minutes.
Cosper, who has 18 goals, 8 assists on the year for the Wasatch Wasps, but give credit to that Roy defense who have completely taken him out of this game. Lands at Belknap. Belknap trying to poke one through. That ball comes back out of bounds and out. Throw in coming up here for the Roy Royals. Taken quickly. Now into the mix. Belknap crosses it in. Johansson is there. Takes a deflection. Risk trying to get a shot off. Nicely defended by the Wasatch Wasps. And then Remit comes across and makes a challenge. Still here is Quinn Smith. Smith pokes it through. Medina off his line. And all of a sudden, Roy had a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, great opportunity right there from Roy. Smith played a soft shot into the box and had 2 runners, but unfortunately he just couldn't find the feet of any of them.
Davis will now play it out wide to Manning. Manning into Helis. Helis to Davis. Davis now in possession. Davis cuts it back, looking for options. Helis now in support. We'll play it into Remond. And it can't be understated how important that tackle from Remond was in that sequence from Roy. Simpson cuts back. Simpson will play it to Remond. Remond will float one over the top. Manning is there. Vargas is there. Poked through. Hall brings it in. Hall cuts back. Simpson at the top of the 18. Taking the shot. Batty with the defensive effort. Still Wasatch on the attack as Cole Simpson goes out wide to Braden Hall.
Yeah, Cole Simpson finally back in the attack, and he's already gotten 2 shot opportunities.
Helis to Vargas. Vargas back to Helis. Helis into the 18. Davis now at the top. Davis with the shot. Deflected again by Batty. Belknap battling it out, and Belknap can clear. What a sequence of events that we just had there, Carson.
Yeah, great attacking play by Wasatch right now, but even better defending from Roy. Roy are not giving up and letting Wasatch get one here.
Substitution for the Wasps as Mark Carrillo heads to the bench. Ace Downey back into this match for the Wasps, or excuse me, for the Royals. Aiden Hart and Rangel checking in.
Yeah, 2 key players coming back into this game. Got their legs rested and now they're ready to go.
Simpson brings it down. Simpson against Patterson. Simpson holds possession, plays it out now to Remond. Remond will play it to Downey. Downey now with Braden Hall on the sideline. Hall cuts inside. Hall taking a shot and can't put it on frame. A left-footed shot from Braden Hall that goes wide.
Yeah, good look right there from Braden Hall. Trying to curl that one into the side netting, but instead, that one goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
Froikier will boot this one away. Lands at the head of Belknap. Belknap gets it through. Belknap again with a header. Scheffenauer brings it down. Scheffenauer to Hart. Nice give and go play there, but nicely cut out by Kirkham to win it back. Davis. Davis will play it to Manning. Manning will now go up to Downey. Downey, as Downey loses the cleat. Foul called. And a free kick here for the Wasatch Wasps. And the official there mixing up the sides again. Confused me there for a second.
Yeah, the official's been playing mind games with me all game, and I haven't been able to keep up with his calls.
Substitution here as Braden Cosper checks back in. Also checking in for the Royals is number 19, Luke Harrison.
Yeah, you can make jokes all we want about the official, but he's just doing his job, and he's doing a good job today.
Evenly called game so far here for the Center ref. Ball booted away. Patterson comes across and gets this one up to Hart. Hart now trying to hit on a counter. Here come the Roy Royals. Aiden Hart. Scheffenauer overlapping. Kirkham is there. Takes a deflection off of Downey and booted away by the Wasatch Wasps. Cosper brings it down. Leaves it for Simpson. Nicely cut out there by Curtis as that ball out of bounds and out on the far side for a Wasatch throw. Taken quickly as Cosper brings it down. Simpson now. Simpson in possession. Nicely done there by Belknap to get this one out. Wasatch retained possession. Hall plays it into Simpson. Simpson now trying to get it out to Downey and does. Downey back to Simpson. Simpson with time, with space. Simpson taking it in, trying to poke it through, looking for Davis. Simpson still in possession. Simpson goes to ground, and a foul called.
Another chance right here, Alex. Can Wasatch capitalize?
Dangerous, dangerous free kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. 6:10 left to go here in the second half. Time running out. All tied up at 0-0. Do we have a goal in this second half?
And both of the starting center backs are lining up on this one. When do you ever see that? But what I want to see here is just put some power on it. Make the keeper make a save, and maybe he doesn't catch it, and one of your teammates has a chance to shoot.
Simpson from distance puts it over the bar and out. Goal kick coming up here for Froikier and the Royals.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity right there to Wasatch to get a dangerous play, and Simpson just hits it over.
Time ticking away here at America First Field. Will it be a back-to-back championship for the Wasatch Wasps? Or will it be the Roy Royals winning their second state championship, first since 2003? Over here on the near sideline in the corner, trying to find an opportunity to cross it in. Now it does. Ball booted away by the Wasatch Wasps. And a foul called as Jackson Batty goes to ground. Free kick coming up here for the Roy Royals. It'll be Hunter Patterson, the senior, standing over it to take. Patterson will float one in. Medina off his line and collects. The designated home fans now really into this one. 4 minutes left. Still plenty of time for a winner. Downey. Downey will play this one out wide to Braden Hall. Hall trying to poke one through. Intercepted by Rangel. Rangel will play it through. Downey with a awkward touch lands at Scheffenauer. Scheffenauer cuts inside. Coming across is Redmond again. Manning up the sideline. One back here as Bischoff will boot this one out. Takes a deflection and a throw-in for the Roy Royals.
3 minutes left for either side to get a game winner.
Bischoff looking for Boston Riss. Across comes Batty. Giving chase now is Hall. Hall will poke one through. Cosper running off of it. Cosper inside the box. Cosper against Curtis. The cross comes in. Goes back post. And not the most comfortable crosses there from Cosper, but it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Froikier here will boot this one away. Both these sides went to OT in the semifinals. Roy won it off a golden goal. Wasatch went all the way to the drama of the penalty shootout. Overtime looming large here at America First. 2:30 left. All tied up at 0-0 between Wasatch and the Royals. Throwing coming up here for Roy on the far side. Curtis plays it in. Comes down now to Downey. Downey will boot this one away. Batty. Hewlett over the top. Cosper giving chase. And a huge defensive read there from Bischoff to boot this one away.
Yeah, great play right there from Bischoff to shut down Cosper and just get the ball out of bounds. And here come the Wasps once again.
Simpson, the cross comes in. Batty with the header. Manning into the box. Manning takes a touch. And now here comes Davis. Davis with the shot. Save. It's in! Can you believe it? Late drama once again. It's Cosper. And the Wasatch Wasps take a lead.
What a shot by Kate Davis to just put it on frame, force the keeper to make a save, which was deflected right to Jaden Cosper's foot, and he taps that one in to make this game 1-0 with 1:40 left, and the Wasatch Wasps are buzzing right now.
With goal number 19 of the year for Jaden Cosper. With the rebound, Cosper puts it into the back of the net. 1:43 left. Wasatch lead it 1-0. Booted away. Batty will get this one away. Patterson brings it down. Now it's Rangel. Rangel booted away. Heelis goes out wide. Heelis looking to take it to the corner. Riss doing a good job to win it back. Boston Riss now plays it up. Going up the sideline, but nobody is there for Boston Riss. That ball will go out. Medina hypes up the crowd. 1 minute left. Jaden Cosper, who's been doing it all season long for the Wasatch Wasps. There he is on the ball. Cosper, the goal scorer, goes down. Nothing called. Throwing coming up here for Wasatch. It was a late Cosper equalizer in the semifinals that gave them the opportunity to head to the shootouts. And now Jaden Cosper does it again for the Wasatch Wasps.
He's had a quiet game today, but that one goal is going to make it seem like he was the hero today, which he was. And he'll take that any day.
Cosper heads to the corner. So 18 seconds left. Froykier will boot this one away. Everybody up for Roy. Bodie Heelis steals it. Heelis can't put it on frame, but that will do it. How about back-to-back state champions for the Wasatch Wasps? Number 5 is heading to Heber City. The Wasatch Wasps have done it again, and everybody heading over here to the student section to celebrate.
Wow, what a game.
Jaden Cosper, the hero.
Just like that, and the game's over. Took them to the last minute of the game to win the game, but Wasatch are state champions, yes, yet again.
Back to back, they go. They did it last year against Alta. They do it again against Roy. Don't go anywhere. Trophy presentation coming up next here on the Rewind Sports Network. And here's the moment of good sportsmanship as both sides will meet to hug it out. Roy, last year, losing in the second round of the 6A playoffs. A year later, makes an incredible run here in 5A, knocking off one of the best teams in East, knocking off Salem Hills in overtime. And the sportsmanship here as they come over to clap for the Wasatch fans, and Wasatch return it. Beautiful things to see here in high school soccer. Roy again, just an incredible run, but it ends here with the runner-up trophy. Huge credit to head coach Craig Charlesworth and his staff for the work that they have done this year. Wasatch getting ready for their moment to hold up number 5 and go back-to-back here at America First. But first, we'll have the second place trophy presentation for the Roy Royals. They'll hand it off to Scheffenauer. As Scheffenauer takes it back to his teammates, and now he walks over to the Roy faithful. And now here it is, the Wasatch Wasps 5A state champions. Back to back. Go the Wasps. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Don't go anywhere. The 6A state championship game coming up next between the number 1 Farmington and the number 2 American Fork. I'm Alex Napolis. He's Carson Lance. Big shout out to Doug on the camera. And from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere. 6A championship coming up next here on KSLSports.com.